My name is Ashley Rodriguez, and I got into food sort of unintentionally. I was studying art and art history when I was living in Italy, actually. And that was the first time that I experienced a culture that was so heavily based around food. And all my money went towards meals and eating, and I just wanted to be at the table and experiencing the culture in that. And so I came back home from that and sort of switched gears and just really fell in love with food and started just playing around and experimenting and reading as many books as I possibly can. So I finished my art schooling, and then from there just went and started working in bakeries. And then that then brought me to LA, where I worked at Spago in the pastry department. And then from there I started having kids, and so that kind of changed things up again a bit. So when my second child was born, I started the blog, Not Without Salt. And so that was kind of a way for me to keep connected with the food and keep kind of thinking creatively, developing recipes, really working on writing recipes and my photography as well, while also at the same time staying home and feeding my family and kind of bringing a little bit of that Italian culture into my own family. I started a series on the blog about 4 years ago that I was calling Dating My Husband. And with 3 kids at home, we weren't getting out as much as we used to, and we missed kind of that time together, but didn't have room in the budget to spend going out and getting a babysitter, and there wasn't a lot of people lined up at the door to watch 3 kids. So we started doing one night a week, a date night at home, and I would cook a meal that was different from our everyday food. It was food that he and I really wanted to eat, and it often started with a cocktail, because I think that's the best way to start a date. Be sipping on a cocktail that he's made for me, and he would go put the kids to bed, and I go back into the kitchen and cook a nice meal for the 2 of us. And so, and in that, I also talk a lot about marriage and what it, the intentionality it takes to maintain a long-term relationship. And that turned into a book. So now I have a book called Date Night In, which is 25 dates and chapters and menus based around these weekly date nights that we have. So actually 2 of the recipes that we use in these videos for Bellucci are from the book, the olive oil and grapefruit cake and the hot dates. So those are both great recipes that we've enjoyed on our dates. And I love the use of the olive oil on the cake, because the Bellucci really has a nice fruity flavor and this subtle pepperiness and nice bitterness that plays into those recipes really well. I know that the extra virgin olive oil is super fresh because it says the harvest date right on the bottle, and I can know that what I'm serving to my family and enjoying myself and on these date nights, and when people come over, it's the best quality and super fresh, and so that's when you can get all those really great, nice balance of flavors. I like to cook really simple food, modern kind of comfort, and so there's not a lot of ingredients, and so when I choose the ingredients, I want them to be the best. And when I use Bellucci, I know that I'm using the best, the most fresh. I know exactly where it's grown, because I can go check the app, put in the lot number that's on the bottle, and know exactly where it's coming from, and I like that. Just knowing exactly where the olive oil is produced makes me almost feel like I'm in Italy, even when I can't be there. So I love that connection and knowing that I'm basically having a piece of Italy and bringing it to my table.